Morning. I'm in Tecumseh, Michigan, and this video is sponsored by Eaton Corporation. My name is Sergei Dratchev, the owner of Sergei Dratchev Heavy Haul, and I'll be brief because I had to shut down my truck, and outside on this August day of 2021 it's plus 35 C on 95F, and Eaton asked me to review one of their new automated transmissions. And up until a few years ago, sorry about that, I was of the opinion that, let me just kill that. I was of the opinion that automatic transmissions, you know, they can be nice if you're always shifting, right? Because when you go through a town, right? Okay, you get to a truck stop, you're getting from a truck stop to the freeway, and I'm a freeway driver, right? Highway driver. So I don't do city deliveries, right? So for me, okay, I struggle a bit with, you know, it's very slow, it takes time, right? It takes your attention away from traffic. But, and of course I have manual. Like I started with a 13 speed, I think it was a different company, but then I got a 13 speed in my international truck, and I had 18 speed Eaton in the Mac I had before, and now I'm sitting inside my Kenworth T880. I have 18 speed Eaton manual non-synchronized transmission, and yeah, so up until a few years ago, because I'm a highway driver, okay, I can deal with the manual transmission, you know, on the way to the freeway. But then once I'm on the freeway, I'm cruising, you know, with my cruise control on. So, you know, like 85% of the time I'm in top gear. So whether I have an automatic transmission or manual does not matter too much, right? And so I was always, when people were asking me about this, like, what do you think about automatic or automated transmissions? That's what I would say. I would say that if you do city deliveries, you know, if you always go through lights, then yeah, automatic, let's just call them automatic for simplicity instead of versus manual. Like on automatic transmission, just like in a car, right, it would be cool. It would make your job easier. But if you're a freeway driver, highway driver, you know, an automatic transmission, it's very expensive, right? And if it breaks down and you don't have warranty, it's expensive. And so that's what I was saying, that, you know, manuals are more reliable, they're lighter, they're cheaper and easier to repair. But then I started doing heavy haul, and heavy haul by definition means that you are hauling something heavy, right? So when you're hauling something heavy, the laws of physics kick in some mountainous terrain, right? And you have to shift. You have to shift like there's no tomorrow, because there's never enough power. Even though my truck has pretty big Cummins, and I don't just have Cummins X15. I have X15, the one that has 2050 torque and 605 horsepower. What they call it? Not the one that's built for fuel economy, but the one that's built for performance. Yeah, I think that's what it's called, performance. X15 performance. And still, even with something like 80,000 pounds, there's never enough power. If you go even like upstate New York, you know, and I drive all over the place, right? As you know, I drive, you know, all over Canada. I go into sometime, not too often, but I go into Western Canada. There's real mountains over there, like BC, Alberta, right? And then I go, I don't go to California, but you know, you go to Montana or Nevada over there, or even, you know, Highway 20. a simple example, US 20 in New York State. It's awful, you know. Once even I had like a 95,000 pound load. I lost a gear because the truck was losing speed so fast on this steep hill on US 20. I had to restart the engine. And so after I started doing heavy haul, my opinion changed on this. But basically, yeah, you need the basic principle is the same. You only need, I would say, you need an automatic transmission when you do a lot of shifting. So whether you do city deliveries, right, or if you're doing heavy haul. The thing is, how well adjusted are automatic transmissions for heavy haul? Because it's a very intensive endeavor, right? And so a couple of years ago, I was talking to one of my viewers on YouTube because he was buying a new truck, and I know he was doing, like, to me it seemed at that time some crazy stuff like 60 ton, 65 ton, that was his trailer. So I know now he's doing a 70 ton heavy haul. That's his trailer. Like, so he has like a Tridem Jeep, Tridem trailer, Tridem booster. So basically top of the line equipment, and he got a brand new K-Whopper. And I was surprised when he sent me a spec sheet. I see that he has a Eaton Ultra Shift Plus automated transmission. And I'm like, are you kidding me? How can you use a auto tranny with the loads you're pulling? I understand if you're doing like a flatbed or step deck, something not too heavy. But if I was buying a new truck back then, right, I thought that automatic transmissions and heavy haul, they did not mix. And so this gentleman corrected me, and he said that a lot of his friends are using that particular transmission. And I'm not making this up, this is like fact, right? So it doesn't matter that this video is for Eaton, but this is why I agreed to promote their product, is because I think it's a great transmission, and not only me, but other, like, well, I don't have experience with automatic transmissions yet from Eaton. I think once I had the Freightliner, but with automatic, back when I was a company driver, but I don't remember what brand it was. But now this guy, who is a heavy hauler, much heavier loads than me, that's what he's hauling, right, like 70-75 ton trailer, and he's okay with Eaton Ultra Shift Plus. And that was like 3 years ago or something, and now he changed his truck and he got the same Kenworth T800. And I asked him about transmission. I didn't ask him to get me the spec sheet, but I just asked him, so is it the same as, and he says everything is the same, except he increased the wheelbase slightly to make it better, to make it easier to distribute the weight. And I said, what about the transmission? He says Ultra Shift 18 speed, Ultra Shift Plus 18 speed. So this is the second truck he's buying exactly with the same transmission. And so now, and the whole point of this video is that back in 2014 or no 2017, I still gotta read up on my documentation I was given, but a few years back, let's put it that way, Eaton started working on a new version of this super popular Ultra Shift Plus, so 18 speed automated transmission. And they came up with something that's called Endurant, and now they changed the name to Endurant XD. So I think it's a 12 speed. It's a 12 speed transmission for regular applications. And now, and that's what I'm here for, they have a new variety of the same Endurant series, but it's called Endurant XD. And Endurant XD, as far as I understand, and this is just a preliminary video, but because I haven't driven the trucks yet that I'm gonna drive next week with this transmission, but it's the updated version of Eaton Ultra Shift Plus, meaning that it's an 18 speed and it's designed for heavy haul. So it's super reliable, it's lighter, like the software is upgraded, of course, and the gear ratios are a bit different than Ultra Shift. So I'm gonna look into this Tuesday, when I'll be talking with the Eaton folks over there at the testing grounds, because I'm very curious myself, you know, like I'll ask them how much it'll cost to put it into this truck. So I think it's a great idea to have an automatic transmission if you're shifting a lot. That's what I'm trying to say, right? And Eaton is one of the best products on the market. Like everybody knows Eaton 18, Eaton 13. I love the 13-speed tranny. Never had a problem with it. The only part of the transmission I had a problem with was the clutch, but clutch, that's a different story, right? But the transmission itself was pretty good. Like this 18 speed, I don't split often the first 4 gears unless I'm real heavy, you know. So I think I could have gotten away with a 13 speed. And actually with this truck, I wanted to get that transmission that my friend recommended, the Ultra Shift Plus. But I looked at the price, I think it was extra 10,000 bucks or something like that, and then the warranty, the overall warranty price of the extra warranty would go up. But money was tight, so I ended up just going with an 18 speed, and I didn't even get the extra warranty, which now I feel sorry. I know I should have gotten, because now my truck has no warranty. And so now this is kind of like an introduction video to tell you about this. And I'm real happy that they chose me, because I think I'm the best guy, because I deal with the manual all the time. And so to try you know, something that just came on the market, this Endurant XD, and it's gonna be available according to my paperwork next year in 22. And so Endurant XD, that's what I'll be testing. So a heavy haul version of Endurant, a new line of transmissions that will eventually replace Eaton Ultra Shift Plus, but for now they're going to be coexisting. But I'm really excited to try this. So I'll be driving a Kenworth truck, like a what is it, W980, like that newer version of W9, and this contemporary Peterbilt. And they have all kinds of trailers there. They can load them. They have B trains, and they have Michigan style trailers, so they can simulate a real you know, scenarios with heavy loads. But for now, let's just I programmed the route. I'm 12 clicks, or roughly 8 miles away from the grounds. So now let me just change the position. Man, it's getting hot. And now I'm just driving to the grounds. We're gonna see, hopefully we can see something from the road. Man, the camera is like super hot. I hope it doesn't cut out. But they allowed me to drop the trailer because I became free early, right? And so I'm gonna drop the trailer at the same grounds where I will be next Tuesday, and then go to a nearby hotel that I booked. So I'm leaving Ticoncha, TA, I'm heading north on I-69.
Continue on I-69 north for 10 kilometers.
Exit is coming up. I never been here before, but I received a pretty easy to follow instructions. So the actual place, the testing grounds, are just south of I-94, but I'm going north on I-69. So now I'm gonna go east and then follow the track.
Take exit 32, Fred Drive, Michigan 227.
Highway 227 or F Drive.
In 600 meters, turn right onto Michigan 227 north.
By destination, Google means the waypoint I programmed. And I
north toward Michigan 227 north, then turn right onto Michigan 227 north.
So now the next, so this was,
Then drive south for 6 kilometers.
yeah, this was the first waypoint, basically the exit ramp from I-69. So the next waypoint is a church. Because there'll be a turn. So now we're going east, and the testing grounds are somewhere there, like northeast. And of course, why I want to drop the trailer is because it's much easier to deal with hotels when you're just bobtailing, you know. And in case I don't find a car rental place, then I can just use my truck. Should be the next junction. No, the one after that. But the next one, the next road going north that's where this was a 19-mile road and I need 19 and a half. Hold on, let me just kill this. I gotta remove this next stop, otherwise I'll think I'm...
Head north of 19 and a half mile road before you drive south.
Alright, so now... in just 4 clicks. And we should see the... we should see the testing grounds on the left here. I'm guessing it used to be a farm, probably some kind of a farm property, and then Eaton purchased a package of land. So yeah, I'm not doing anything today. Today I'm just meeting the gentleman from the product manager from Eaton. Just briefly, he will help me navigate where to park the trailer. And then I'm going to a hotel nearby. I booked in Battle Creek because over there it was cheaper than in Marshall. And then I'm coming back to Marshall to a hotel that Eaton provides for me on Monday, because here I have to pay my own money. But Monday, kind of like my business trip starts, and so I'll come back to this town, Marshall, and go to a hotel here. And then Tuesday and Wednesday I'll be doing the testing and learning about the new transmission and driving these two brand new trucks, both empty, bobtail with an empty trailer, and even loaded with some super heavy loads, you know, like to imitate the real life conditions. All right, so I'm guessing this is it. Like, this is so annoying, you know, when somebody starts. Yeah, I'm guessing this is it. You see the high fence? Private property, no trespassing. There was a branch about to hit my cab. Oh, I see it. I see. So this is the field, but then they have this. They have all kinds of. I was told they have all kinds of simulated hills here, where because they're not only testing, you know, these products, they test other transmissions they make. Yeah, that's already the testing ground. Really cool. I see the trucks with trailers, and trailers say Eaton, so I know this is the right place. And I see some preloaded B trains. I'm guessing that's what I'll be pulling. Okay, Wilder Creek Conservation Club, that way. No, we don't need that. I'm gonna stop the video here because I'm gonna go through the gate, park the trailer. So hope you guys enjoyed it. So stay tuned for the real testing video where I'll be driving trucks with the new Eaton Endurant XD transmission.